All right, so we have Artistro I can't English, watercolor brush pens, plus 2 water brush pens. And there's 48 colors. They look very vibrant, and it shows you like the different tip types and thickness. And it came with a lot of literature. So, you know, it tells you how to use, what type of paper to draw on, and how to make your pens last long, like a lot of really cool tips and tricks. And on the back side, like, it shows you the dry technique, the blurring with water, wet technique, lines with different weight, gradient, mixing colors. It's really, really cool. Then we have this, and you know, it says why I choose Artistro, and you know, it's really, really, really cool. And then there's these little cardboard sheets that kind of look like postcard paper, you know. I'm not totally sure, but that's just my guess, because sometimes like art supplies come with that. And here is the swatch paper provided by Artistro. So this is my first time opening the box. This is like my third or fourth take, so I didn't feel like repacking all 48 of these markers and the reading material just to do that unboxing, so forgive me. Alrighty, so these guys need water when I do the blending, and that's probably going to be another video. Today what we're going to do is just swatch these guys. Eventually what I would like to do is like a watercolor marker head off, or water-based marker versus, you know, and go from there. So here we go. Let me just get my life right. Let me get my life. Here we go. And naturally this is all out of order, so this is gonna be super fun. 93A. Here we go, and this is chocolate brown. Look at that tip, that's really, really cool. I like the brush tips over the chisel tips because I feel like it's just easier, it just flows better, you know, it's a better coloring experience. Although times like this, I kind of wish I had a chisel tip, because I feel like this is going to take a lot of time to do. I mean, I could rush it and not really be concerned about the staying in the lines when I'm swatching. And I'm sorry if you hear any background noise. I'm in my guild chat and doing an art video, so forgive me. Alrighties, and we have violet. So here we go. So far what I like about it is it does seem very smooth with the strokes. I like how pigmented the markers are, first impressions. I just don't feel like I have a lot of control with this type of tip. It's very much like a brush and not really like a marker style brush, you know? I don't know if that's making sense. Like if you use like alcohol markers and you've got the brush type, it's a bit firmer, you know? And I feel like you just have a little bit more control there. This one's just very flexible. So you can't be too wide with those strokes, because you're gonna make a mess. Here we go. Apricot. This one sounds like it's gonna be pretty. And this is, here we go. I know typically when I get like a large batch of markers, there's always one that does not work. So I might be lucky and not have that issue today. We don't know. We don't know. But, you know, we're just gonna be optimistic here. There we go. Alrighties. I mean, so far I like them. I do. I feel like it's a bit of an adjustment period. And I know this isn't the right type of paper, because you can see how spotty it is over here. You know, how inconsistent the color is when it dries. Even here, you're seeing spotting as it dries. So I definitely know this is not the right paper for these markers. And I do have mixed media paper. And I will draw a picture, and I want to do like, and that's how I'm going to do the verses. I'm going to draw a picture and have one style of markers on the left and have one style of markers on the right. Capper 94. Yeah, I think I would have to just get better with this. I think this could be very fun to play around with. I just, sorry, terrible allergies. This is gonna take some getting used to, that's how I honestly feel. So here we go. Just for giggles, I wanna see if it layers really well. That's something I have to look forward to. Again, I mean, I'm not expecting a lot here because I am aware this is not the right type of paper for these markers. Emerald. This one sounds really pretty. Let's see. Ooh, that's a very super pigmented green. It's beautiful. Here we go. There we go. I'm gonna try to speed this up so this video isn't super long. So I'm gonna do a few more swatches on camera, and then I'm just gonna fill this in off camera and just give my final thoughts. So let's just do like maybe 2 more colors. I think we should just do 2 more colors, and I'll fill in the rest off camera. Or I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I'm not entirely sure because there's 48 colors, and I feel like this is taking a lot of time. Maybe I'll just rush through it versus just pausing it just so you can see how they all perform. I think that's what I'll do. It's gonna be a little sloppy, so you know, just bear with me. I know it's gonna get sloppy. But there are a ton of markers we have to get through. And to think I was gonna do the 72 count. We'd have been here all night. I mean, I'm gonna do that eventually. Goodness gracious. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna rush through it. Alright, I feel like the circles are a more efficient way to color. And I'm sorry if you hear like buttons clacking in the background. I have my friend over playing video games, but we are all gamers. Here we go. You see, this one's a bit dry. I don't know. No, it just took some warming up, but this one started off a little choppy. I was a little concerned in the beginning. Here we go. Getting work all over my hands. All right. Yeah, this is just not the right paper for this. I may have to do these swatches over to see if it just performs better on the right type of paper so I can like accurately judge the quality. Oof, yeah. I told you guys it's gonna get sloppy. Oof, that's probably the sloppiest one yet. Don't judge me too harshly. Don't judge me too harshly. Alright, I think we're making good progress. I think we might be able to pull this whole thing off and not have to do any of this off camera at this rate. So yeah, let's just truck on through, I think is the expression, truck on through. Yeah, that feels more accurate. There we go. I mean, so far I'm loving the colors. I love the pigment of it all. So I can't wait to see how this actually works on the right type of paper. And I know I keep saying that, but I can't help but think about that. So let's see. And these are Artistro, and I'm more familiar with like Ohuhu and stuff like that. As you see, I do have the marker pad. I have a lot of their marker pads actually, and their art supplies in general, and I don't know why I put that back over there to confuse myself at a later date. Here we go. I should have gotten like a cup or something to put the ones I use into it, you know, just for organization purposes. But I'm just trying to do this video before I turn in tonight. I do have to go to work in the morning, but if I want to do some art supply reviews, I have a lot of great art supplies, and if I can help anybody, that's what I would like to do, especially because like when I started off my journey, I had so many questions, and you know, nobody wants to spend money on a product they're not happy with. So I know I personally like live for these types of videos. So I'm hoping that this video will help, you know, any artists along the way that has questions about anything that I actually review. So here we go. I love this blood orange. I can't wait to come across a red. So first video, so no one really knows anything about me, but red is my absolute favorite color. And I love a good highly pigmented red. That makes my whole day. So I'm super excited to come across that color. Here we go. I hope it's more like crimson and less fire engine red, you know? I feel like certain reds kind of look a little harsh, you know? So let's see. I feel like this not bleach, peach. I feel like this peach would make a really good blush for a character. I would like to try to do like manga style art with like watercolors and see how it comes out. I have to work on my manga art, of course, but you know, we're gonna be on this journey together. Here we go. This black is intense. Ooh-wee. All right, here we go. All right, and I did take allergy pills. It's just a high pollen day, so forgive the throat clearing. You know, I'm not a green fan, but I really like this. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a really pretty color. Alright, I think we are like a third of the way done with these colors. Can't wait to get to that halfway mark. Oh, there's pastel colors. Now this one seems to be a little bit on the dry side. I have to like vigorously rub the paper just to get the color to like really show. So this one might be on the dry side. Remember like earlier I was telling you guys that, you know, in every marker batch there's always that one dry marker, that difficult marker, and I want to say for me so far it's this pastel yellow because again it took a lot of work just to get that color. I don't know if you guys noticed that, so I might have to message those guys about it. I know typically when you contact the people that you purchase it from, Amazon or their actual site, they're really good about replacing defective supplies, so I'll have to reach out in regards to that. Here we go. hopefully we don't have too many more of those types of markers. You see how this one came out like effortlessly? That's how it's supposed to be. I shouldn't have to like spend 5 minutes like stroking the same spot, you know, for color up here. So here we go. I'm not even sure if my marker pad came with a bleed proof sheet, but I'm not entirely sure because I've been drawing and swatching and all sorts of stuff, so I could have easily misplaced it. I'm not sure, but I have a second one I haven't opened, so when I open it, I'll know. I know it typically comes with a bleed proof sheet, so I most likely misplaced it, and I'll find it when I like stop looking for it, most likely. So the story goes. Here we go, and I love this color. Not a huge blue fan, but if it's pretty, it's pretty. 64. I'm trying to get better with like coloring my own artwork. I'm so used to just like drawing things, sketching, and not really taking the time to color it in. I have a few colored in pieces that took me like way too much time. By way too much time, I'm like 8 to 16 hours depending on how detailed it is and the shades and stuff involved. So it's very, very involved. I don't know if anybody else has managed to color pieces in a shorter period of time, but you know, any references would be greatly appreciated. I personally just assume it will just get better the more I do it, so I have to like force myself to color in my own work. I know that sounds terrible. I don't know if anybody else is like uncomfortable coloring in their own material, but I feel like that's a bit of the issue for me because like I haven't done it for so long. I'm like, oh my god, what if I ruin it? I spent so much time drawing this, and like you can totally draw it over, but you know, it's not the same, you know, like I don't know if this is making sense, but you know, I personally hate ruining a good piece. So I'm trying to find a way to like use my marker pad paper to like create multiple prints, so that way you know, I have multiple attempts to get it right. We'll see. If anybody's got any suggestions, please put it in the comments below. Any and all help is welcomed. Here we go. I know me personally, like I binge a lot of the Frugal Crafter. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her, but she's amazing. And watch several of the artists on YouTube. That has definitely been a huge help along my like artistic journey. I've not ever taken a class or anything like that, so I rely heavily on the YouTube art community for, you know, my skill growth. So here we go. And you guys are awesome and always release content fairly regularly, which saves my biscuits, so thank you all. And hashtag channel goals. There we go. Yeah, if you guys are looking for a super knowledgeable YouTuber, right off the top of my head, the Frugal Crafter, but there's other ones that I'm gonna make a point to mention in my next video, because when I say I have like a whole list of people I follow, and I should be better with the names, but I'm not. Like I see it, I like it, you know, watching one person's video, and then I just subscribe, you know, and I just follow it, and I share that link, you know, if a conversation about art comes up. So I'll get better at it. Then I feel like adulting, you know, our brains, I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like my memory banks were like, you know, being overclocked at this point. Like there's so much information you have to like commit to memory as a person, much less as an adult. So I'll get better with that. And we're almost done. I think we're making really good time here. We have like a few markers left and then we are done. Ooh-wee. Look at us go. I know it's not the neatest, but you know, it's done. Y'all pretty much got a gist of how these things work, at least how the markers perform, so that's the good news. I just didn't want it to get too long and, you know, being a whole production here. Definitely don't want you guys getting bored here. So, I am looking forward to the art supply head off. I think I want to do like a mini art supply tournament and, you know, give my opinion on which one I enjoyed the most. I don't know if you guys are like me where you get super excited about new art supplies, but I definitely do. I feel like a kid in a candy store, or like it's Christmas, you know, regardless of what time of year it is. I'm just like, oh, new markers, new pencils, yay. And then, like, you know, I carve out large chunks of my time just to swatch it on different types of paper, see how it performs, you know. I'm one of those people where, you know, you can tell me, hey, you should use this type of paper, but I still, and I'll get that type of paper, but I still need to see for myself why, you know. I need to interact with the wrong type of material and see for myself why this is a bad idea. I don't know if anybody else is like experimental like that, but I'm definitely like, I gotta see this for myself. But yeah, so that's what I've done. And I've tried the water-based markers and pens on a alcohol pad. When I say the paper began to peel really badly, it was bad. And as far as blending, that was just not an option. Like when I say like the paper was rolling up really badly, I just had to stop. And that's when I was like, oh, yep, nope, definitely need that watercolor pad. Here we go. And then I need to get into paints. So I'm eventually going to get into as much art supplies as possible. I have color pencils, paints, and I want to just get into it all. Now, I'm not great with paints because I'm not as versed with paints or color for that matter. I have to, like, I can't stress that enough. So I want the expectation to be to be appropriately set, so like no one's like disappointed at my lack of technique when the time comes. So, but yeah, I mean, like the more videos I do, I know I'm gonna get better at it. So, you know, I just appreciate you guys for just being here on my art journey with me, and for just being so patient and sweet. And please share any of your work, anything that you know you'd like me to watch. I would love to watch it, you know, and if we have a conversation about it, that'd be even better, because, you know, I just want to absorb as much information as possible. And I did it again. I put a color I used in the wrong pile. Alright. So yeah, and then like maybe we can get to the point where we're just doing like live videos and having like art sessions together. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know if you guys would be open to that, but I think that'd be really cool. And, you know, we can just have a draw and color sesh, get to know one another type thing, you know. I don't know, but I would love to do something like that. I think that'd be very cool. There we go. And we are almost done. Ooh, and then I have to do my gel pens. Those are next, well, not next on the docket because there's so much stuff on the docket, I won't say it's next. But we will definitely get into that at some point. So I want to do swatches for everything, and then I want to do the head-to-head, you know, so you are aware. And I might just do like a quick swatch on the day of the head-to-head, so we'll see how crazy I get, y'all. Here we go. Ooh, this is like a bit crimson. Raspberry looks more red, but this is more like a blood red. This is more like a blood red. Yeah, this is a pretty red. I like it. I'm satisfied with it. Punch pink looks a little bit. These two look so identical, but it could just be the type of paper. You know, markers don't shine their best on the wrong type of paper. Oh, I'm so excited. We have a few squares left. We're almost done. Almost done. And please don't fall. Okay, I knew something was gonna fall, but at least all of it didn't fall. That is all that matters. So here we go. This is like the sloppiest swatch I've ever done, so forgive me. I'll try to be neater in the future. There we go. And 3 more squares now. So far only one was a bit dry, and it was this pastel yellow, which is the absolute sloppiest swatch out of like the whole sheet. Now, the one thing I did not like is my box arrived and it was like falling apart, you know, and I was like scrambling to try and grab all the markers because it was like everywhere, literally everywhere. And now that we're getting down to the meat and potatoes, it looks like I'm missing a marker. So that's not fun. But if I find it, you know, I'll just do another swatch. But it definitely looks like I'm missing a marker because this is the last one, and the other two are the blended markers that are included. So I mean, I'm gonna do a quick once over just to make sure because it is sky blue. So I just need to find all the, oh, found it. Okay, so I didn't lose it. I didn't lose it. I just put it on the wrong side. Okay, but yeah, the box, and I'll show you the condition the box arrived in because I was like, what the chatter? It looks like it was in a Street Fighter, you know, round with like Ryu. It's crazy. So yeah, and so the box came like this, and when I went to like check the markers, it just started spilling out everywhere. Like this side's messed up, you know, you see that. So yeah, I feel like the box needs to be a little bit better, or put it in like a storage pouch of some sort and then put it in the box. So here is a completed swatch for all the colors. I think they're vibrant and beautiful, and I will do another swatch on actual marker pad paper, which is below, and I'll probably do that the day that I do the, you know, the marker head off and everything like that. So thank you for watching my channel, and this was really fun, so I appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.